Tell me how speedrunners do this. They wake up, look both ways, and go, ah, yes, berry chest. I've been playing Minecraft for years and still haven't been gifted that skill. Am I stupid or are they just cracked? I want to find out just how much easier a player's life is with that kind of knowledge, and so here's the plan. Day 1, I'm gonna do a single no reset run in the latest version. Days 2 and 3, I'm going to research and practice. And lastly, on day 4, we're going to have another no reset run, but better, hopefully. So let's start the first day by just playing. Yeah, so the timer starts now. The objective is to finish the game as fast as possible while using just common knowledge that you are probably already aware of. And so, soon after starting the run, I check on a village, get some food, get some flint, and go underground to mine iron. The idea is that I'll need 7 iron to make 3 items. An iron pickaxe for mining gold in the nether, a bucket to make the portal itself, and a flint and steel to light the portal. Though the last one is technically optional, but also definitely optimal. And then, after getting all the iron, it was time to look for a lava pool. Oh god. Oh, the firing squad is here. What? Okay, so the fact I see a jungle here isn't very encouraging. Oh, lava, lava, lava. Okay. Yeah, I know putting it a little far away is definitely not the best way. Right, rather than that, then accidentally turn all the lava into obsidian. You know what, that's actually pretty good. I don't mind this. Basalt delta. Why do I keep spawning on basalt deltas? That's crazy. Inside the nether, my initial plan was to look for a bastion and trade for pearls, but the game had a different idea. A fortress already? I didn't even want the fortress just yet. I wanted more of a bastion, but sure. I guess that works. Can I just kill that guy? And so, I go in, handle a few wither skeletons, no luck with getting their skulls like the last video, and go look for a blaze spawner. Ow. Oh no. Already got 3 rods just on those few blazes. I'll save you the pain. It didn't take long for me to get the blaze rods, and then I went straight looking for a bastion. But at some point I messed up a stupid jump and did my trademark move. Death. For this whole experiment, I'm trying not to reset any runs, so I'll simply get back to the point I was before, and okay, what happened here? To put it simply, I suddenly had no food nor tools and had to deal with those problems. One again. But eventually I got the rods again, left them by the portal in a chest and started looking for a bastion. Speedrunners would have a good way to do this. I don't. I have to just walk around and hope I find either that or a warped forest. Is this gonna be the tiniest warped forest ever? I'm gonna be mad. Okay, there's more. Cool. That's crazy. A bastion? Right now? Okay. Oh, hi. I cannot resist the temptation, bro. Eventually, I settled on not exploring the bastion. It was just too dangerous and I didn't even know if it was a good one. So I just got the pearls and it was time to go home. 12 eyes. That was also my second to last piece of food. This way. Whoa, this looks kinda cool. Look how cool this is, you would never see this in old Minecraft. Oh, like here? No joke, this next section was the most miserable part of the run. I spent over half an hour just digging holes up and down near the place the eye told me to go. At some point I snapped and cheated a little bit. I used a little trick I knew to find the entrance quickly, which I'll explain to you tomorrow, but not for now. Just know it could have taken way longer for me to find this. I don't know man, this might be a hot take, but if you have a mechanic that tells players where the thing is, then tell them where the thing is, not nearby. Yeah, there we go, staircase. See? Off we go. Let's not die here. First things first, I have to be very aware to not look at Enderman by accident. There we go. Oh, that's a weird portal, what? Wait, I have to jump to hit it? Okay, that wasn't necessary at all. Ow. And one more. The dragon fight itself wasn't that bad, the terrain did help me a little bit. And so the run was finished in just over 3 hours. Now let's practice for the next 2 days, learn a few things together, I'll just talk about them briefly as to not have this video be 8 hours long, and see what changes after that. Let's start with explaining what I just did yesterday. Eyes of Ender don't actually point to the stronghold, but instead they point to the chunk it has generated in. That means that sometimes, in fact most times, you happen to dig into the dungeon. However, if you're unlucky, you may not stumble upon it. And to avoid that, you can find the exact place the eye is pointing to and then go 4 blocks east and 4 blocks south, which will lead you straight to the entrance, the place where the stronghold generated. And now to what I've talked about at the beginning of the video. Let's find a berry chest just after waking up. Here's how it works. Kinda. You press both F3 and 1 at the same time to open this pie chart, and then go to Root, Render, Game Render, World, Live, Execute, Frame, Graph, Main, that's a lot, and then watch Submit Block Entities. Then you slowly turn to the right until this value goes up. When and if it does, then you have a buried treasure in the chunk in the corner of your screen somewhere. Now you just head to the 99 coordinate of the chunk and dig down. Boom! Buried treasure. You can do essentially the same for bastion locating by using Seek Entity. Then you just use your render distance to figure out where a bastion might be and follow it. It's a bit slow but better than nothing, I guess. The bastion types also vary, but we'll only cover whichever one we happen to do in our next run whenever we get there. The last thing I need to figure out is how to absolutely annihilate the dragon. For that, use beds, something you've probably seen speedrunners do. Essentially, at the moment it decides to purge, to stay right over the fountain, we jump in and try to sleep mid-fight. Because of a mechanic that doesn't allow you to sleep in the end, the bed simply explodes, which can deal huge damage to the dragon. And with all that in mind, I spent day 3 practicing all those things for the final run. I made myself a little bit of a map that helps me actually practice building the portal. The way I've been building the portal is by starting with this base, then I put those blocks to serve as support for the buckets. I put all the buckets for the lava, reposition the water down, clear the bottom, change for lava, boom. I'm genuinely surprised I managed to say all that while building the portal, probably at my record timing. That's crazy. There we go, going to the edge of this chunk. This block. There we go. I'm not gonna show you much more of this because I've already explained what I'm doing. Just know I spent the entirety of day 3 practicing all kinds of things, and I'll see you tomorrow on the actual speedrun, which will go perfectly and nothing will go wrong at all. Hopefully. Welcome to the real deal. This will be the final run that will compare to the first one, and so getting straight into it, the timer starts now. Where am I? Great, nowhere. First things first, I just have to get iron the old-fashioned way. Sun is setting, I'm just hoping. Okay, I see a village, I can use that to sleep. That's good. Ah, in the middle of the village, okay, that works. Okay. And I don't even need to do the bastion thing. That's crazy. Is this a bridge bastion? Ow. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, there we go. Luckily, I happened to immediately stumble into a bridge bastion. That means there's 16 gold blocks just waiting there to be collected, making it one of the easiest bastions to get a fair amount of gold. Oh, they just killed that guy. Or what? Already? More pros. After looting the bastion, I considered going back home and putting the pros in a chest, but I decided not to. I also would have to come all the way back here whenever I got the blaze rods. So instead, I just decided to risk it. Steal my... That was it, the fortress. All we need to do is get some blaze rods, exit the nether, and make our way to the stronghold. And then we might even be able to complete the game in half the time of the last run. so much going on. Oh. Round? That's crazy. Huh. Oh, sure, that also works. Ow. Find 4. Oh wow, it's just that far down, huh? Yo, what? This actually looks like a little scary. One of those. Yeah, that should be easy. We can break this, because my feet's protected, therefore I am protected, because that's how this game works. I might just do this. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to do a 4-bed. If you think I am, you're just crazy. Just real crazy. And that wasn't enough. Dang it. Oh, come on. Really? Thank you. Was that a pretty fight? No, absolutely not. I didn't practice bed bombing that much and got a little nervous, if I'm being honest. However, did I learn something from this? Yes, I learned that I won't ever forgive Mojang for making me look for strongholds for 40 damn minutes.